Hey guys, it's Joe here. I'm just going to do a video on my completed Black Series Luke A New Hope lightsaber conversion. This has been done for probably at least a month, maybe a month and a half. I've just been lazy and haven't gotten around to doing the video. You know, life gets in the way. Been busy with stuff like that. But for those of you who did follow along and saw kind of the step-by-step install that I was doing. This is the video of the completed product. So, first of all, let's just start out by kind of giving you an aesthetic look of it. We still have the bubble card in there. That is actually serves as the activation, which is right here, and the auxiliary switch, which is down here. We have a 2.0 stock 2.0 red button on here that is static, does not activate the saber or do any kind of function. We have the brass pins with the contact strip. It's not brass. I ended up by using, instead of the small brass pins that you can get that go inside the conversion kit, I actually used the brass pins that came with the actual lightsaber, and I used the contact strip as well that came with it. I had to kind of trim it down to get it to fit because this little area is recessed. It's like a circle that's recessed, whereas on the actual lightsaber, it was kind of just a flat piece. So the contact strip was able to go up in here without problem, but on this I had to actually trim it down just to get it to fit. We have our glass eye, which has been replaced. This is the glass eye from the custom saber shop in the the smoke look, which I prefer over the clear. Let's see, in this window right here we have the retention screw for the blade. Inside I have a custom saber shop Graflex style blade plug. I know it should probably be sitting a little bit lower, and maybe I'll get around to trimming the blade stock to where it is actually sitting as low as it should be in order to emulate the actual Graflex look, but for now I'm happy with where it is. So anyway, custom saber shop glass eye, the thumb screw version. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, the D-ring. The little chintzy D-ring that this saber came with, I decided to replace with the 2.0 D-ring. As you can see, we have the Allen head screw in there to secure it in place. I also used some JB Weld to secure it because you kind of have to use it to unscrew the pommel, and if the pommel's on a bit tight, you need to torque it a bit or turn it really hard. And the stock D-ring that was on here actually had, not only it had like a pop rivet in here, but it also had like a second sort of a rod that stuck down in this area into the pommel. So I put enough JB Weld to kind of fill in that hole and act sort of as that rod when I open it up. So speaking of opening it up, let's go ahead and open it up. I have a Jedi Jordan, what I believe he calls the Master Chassis in here, and it's holding a lithium-ion 18650 battery, the 3.7 volt, 3400 milliamp battery from the custom saber shop. It's actually a Panasonic brand, and it works really well. So we'll go, and as you can see, the chassis sits up in there pretty far. which is fine. It actually allows for good resonance. And then there's a little strip here for me to pull the chassis out, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And here we have chassis. As you can see, I went a bit Velcro happy. Had to actually remove a section right here, and I filled it in with some JB Quick. As you can tell, I'm a JB weld fan, whether it be regular or quick. To seal it up so that the sound doesn't escape and also help reinforce the hold. The speaker itself is actually a Adrian Tan 4 ohm 3 watt speaker. It's one of his sort of, I believe he told me it was kind of a beta product. I don't know if he offers it for sale on his shop or not, but it works really well. It's very loud, and I'm very happy with it. We have the Prizm version 5.1 SD card access, very easy. We have a kill key. This is the kill key that Jedi Jordan provided, and it was a little bit tall. I decided to go ahead and trim it down so it's flat. That way I can pull the SD card out while the power is cut to the soundboard, because I just prefer to do it that way. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the kill key. And as you can see, I do have Velcro around the edges here and here. And that is an idea that I saw on one of Jordan's videos. And that basically serves to make the chassis fit in nice and snug. This is a very, very spacious hilt on the inside. And if I didn't have the Velcro, it would not really be a tight fit. It'd just kind of be rattling around in there, and you don't want that. So anyway, let's pull the kill key. That is a custom boot sound that I put off of a boot sound package that came with one of the fonts that I purchased from Shamim. He's kind enough to include a whole extra package of boot sounds, Star Wars music, different phrases by different people from the movies. So if you want to have a custom boot sound for any particular font, then you can do that. So that's definitely awesome of Shamim to do that, to include that boot package. This is actually gray meat that that boot sound is attached to. So I always line up this bottom tab with this grip, and I look straight down the Sabers, see that the activation box is right here. This grip is exactly in line with the activation box, so that's how I know where to push it down into. So we push her on in, and it's a good fit. You can tell it's nice and snug, but not to the point where it's really hard to remove. So put the pommel back on. And I've got 6 fonts loaded on here. I'll demo each one. So, gray meat. Nice sensitivity. Blaster. Lock up. ahead and pop a blade in this puppy for the rest of the demonstration. I just would like to do that. So here we go. Pop out the blade plug. Comes right out. This is your blade plug from the custom saber shop. Graflex style with the brass pin. You can get it with the silver pin as well, but I went for brass. The blade I'm using is actually a Saberforge V4 Infinity blade, and it's a thin neck blade because I have a prodigal son. It's the only extra blade. Blades I should say. This is a 32 inch and I have a 36 inch, but I'm going to use a 32 inch for this demo. So only extra blades that I have laying around. So let's see here. I like to line up the area where the retention screw usually sits. That way I don't have a lovely ring of retention screw marks on my blade. So, blade's not going anywhere. And let's switch to the next one, which is going to be Graflex 4 HD, I think by Juan Smith.
This is the weapon of a Jedi Knight.
Okay. This is a very, very light blue. I'm trying to simulate the blue from A New Hope. I would almost call it like a sky blue, not necessarily, not really an ice blue, but more of a sky blue. So, get some swings. And clashes. Blaster sounds. Lock up. The force effect, which actually you can customize. I chose to have it play this.
Stretch out with your feelings.
You achieve that by doing a swing and the auxiliary button at the same time. And let's go ahead and, well, you know, let me turn off the lights. You guys get a better look at the blade color that way. As you can see, very bright. Where'd I go? This is a TFA Graflex 7 by Shamim. Basic power on. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but this is a darker blue than the blue that I have for the A New Hope font. Just because, you know, obviously the TFA blue is a bit darker. So some flashes here. Blaster sounds. force combo.
You're afraid that you will never be as strong as Darth Vader.
Walk up. And power down. Next font's going to be Daddy Issues by Forzy. I know obviously this is not a Luke Return of the Jedi saber, but I just wanted to throw it in there for some fun.
Use your aggressive feelings, boy.
And the combo slash force sound is just a force push. The next font is going to be a Kylo Ren font, and I know you're probably saying, what the heck is a Kylo Ren font doing on a Graflex style saber? It's on there because I just felt like doing it. So. And I did a little something different with the blade flicker and the shimmer to try and kind of emulate the unstable look. So maybe kind of what an unstable, a cracked crystal will look like inside a Graflex saber. So power down, switch fonts.
Forgive me. I feel it again. The call to the light.
Ignition. As you can see, it looks a lot better in person, but I got a pretty heavy flicker going on with a bit of an almost shimmer candle effect going, and it looks kind of cool. I mean, obviously this is not the flaming type of blade we're used to seeing in The Force Awakens, but it's something just a little different. So anyway, flashes. By the way, in case I didn't mention it, this is the Crossguard 7 by Shamim. And we'll get some swings in. Blaster sounds. Lock up. Power down. Kind of a long power down on that one. This last font is called Dark Energy. Forgive me, I do not know who makes it offhand. I could look that up, but it's called Dark Energy. If you go to saberfont.com, you can see exactly who makes it. Kind of a raw energy type sound to it, with a little bit of ghostiness mixed into it. You'll see when you'll hear some of the clash sounds and then the force combo sound. creepy, ghosty, whispery effect there. I'm not quite sure what that is, but sounds pretty cool. So anyway, obviously we have color changing. This is white. I have 16 different color profiles. The LED is blue, white, so you really can't do too much with that, but I'll just kind of scroll through a few colors. And we're back to white, and I didn't show you lockup on this, sorry about that. To get the lights back on. So that's about it. This is really fun to build, and looking forward to doing more. I got a couple of Kylo Ren, Jedi Training Black Series. I'm sorry, not Kylo Ren. Rey Black Series Jedi Training Sabers that I'm going to be doing, which is obviously very, very similar to this. Just you know, activation box on the other side, grips are different, etc. But same conversion kit. So anyway, thanks for watching. I know this video got to be a little bit long. I do realize I forgot to do the force combo effect on the Kylo Ren font, so let me just show you that real quick.
That lightsaber, it belongs to me.
No, it doesn't.
I'll show you the dark side.
Here we go. Force combo effect with the Kylo Ren font. Of course, that's when he approaches Rey outside of Maz Kanata's castle after she runs away, and he does the Force stasis thing on her. So, anyway, thanks for checking this out, and may the Force be with you.